Okay, so we're continuing on with the grind toward Conqueror, and we're in the Queen Elizabeth. This is her first game out, and we have 3 battleships, 2 cruisers, and 1 destroyer in this game. We are top tier in a tier 4, 5, 6 match. There should not be a tier 4 ship here, but there's an Isakazi in a fail div with an Agincourt. So that's caused a little bit of a mismatch for the opposing team. We'll see how much difference that makes. Alright, well, I spawned along with the Hawkins right near Bravo Cap. So we'll move on up there. Hawkins is the stinky monkey. Well, as long as he stays downwind, I guess he's all right. Very short-handed game here. We're playing this in the late morning on a Monday. I'm on summer vacation, so I get to play a little bit during the day. And I just couldn't resist taking Queen Elizabeth out for a round or two.
All forces, capture that area.
Well, New York would like to capture A. We'll see, but I am not sure what the Hawkins is doing. He's going around behind me. Maybe he's headed over to Alpha. Warspite is saying, Matsuki, wake up. I think our DD, our only DD, is AFK. Well, that's lovely. Alright, well, I am detected and being fired upon.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
I am loaded with HE. Ooh, I got a Citadel off that HE though. 3 penetrations and a defended ribbon, so that did some good. Probably wouldn't have done very much at all if I had had AP. Although British cruisers are very, very lightly armored. Probably would have punched right through if I didn't ricochet. Okay, well, I am detected. Don't think I am being detected by the Emerald. Don't know what I'm detected by. Well, it was the Agincourt, who apparently has particularly good detect. And also very good fire starting chance, by the way. So I had AP loaded. I was thinking I was going to see that cruiser. Got some good pens on him. Now I see the cruiser. Now that it's too late to whack on him. Hopefully the Hawkins takes care of him. And he is down. We're out of range of where his torps would have been. Okay, now we have the Agincourt over here. Oh my goodness.
Enemy battleship destroyed.
Dev strike.
Teammate, I need your support.
Acknowledged.
All right. New York would like some support. He's got that Tier 4 DD and a Fuso over there with him. Even though he's only a Tier 4 DD, he can still do some damage.
All stations, concentrate
Start
fire
some
on the
flooding.
target.
As soon as we get this cap. Not a real good angle for AP, but
Requesting
maybe I can
assistance.
knock out a gun.
Affirmative.
Okay, we are not getting this cap. I'm not sure if Hawkins is shooting and getting reset or what, but our New York is kind of hurting here. Come on, guns, get turned. There we go. Use an HE because I don't have a good angle here. Yeah, New York down. Alright, Fuso is trying to get turned so he can get his guns on me. And somehow I was able to dodge those. Okay, switching over to AP in case he leaves me that broadside. Lit a couple fires on him. We'll see how long he lets him burn. Uh-oh. Well, there's their DD. Now I need to switch back to HE, like right now. I'm sure he's setting some torps, so... As soon as I'm not detected, I am changing directions so he doesn't know where
Torpedoes direct front.
I'm going to be. Yep, he torped where he thought I
Torpedoes to
was going.
starboard. Torpedoes direct front.
However, I've driven the Isakaze around a little bit. They do get rather quick reload. You'll have them back in about 45 seconds or so, if I remember right. Okay, our Hawkins did take Bravo. And there he is. Okay. Alright, so...
Torpedoes dead ahead.
We destroyed their destroyer.
And I dodged him. Okay. And there is the Fuso. I would definitely like to have had AP loaded for him, but I needed. Oh, I skipped most of those. Okay. Trying to load AP. Trying to get around this dead ship. And I'm loaded. Oh, almost.
The enemy team has taken the
Oh,
lead.
he hit me hard.
Fire.
Okay. Got him with my
Sank
secondaries.
their battleship.
Alright. Now we'll take this cap. The other team has an Emile Bertien, a French cruiser
Problem solved, sir.
in very low health West Virginia. On our side, we have Hawkins that has good health, and me that is about half health. However, that Hawkins can evaporate very quickly. And that Emile Bertin is rather hard to hit, as all the French cruisers are. Alright, there we go. Now we have a good lead in points, but I honestly don't think we're going to hold on to it if they get into Bravo. There's just too much time left. And West Virginia has recovered a lot of his health. Nice if I could whack him a little bit, maybe take away some of it though.
Enemy cruiser detected.
Yeah, okay. But I think we're going to lose that Hawkins. Here's that I missed everything there. Yep. We lost the Hawkins. Doggone it. He says this boat sucks. Well, I've done okay with Hawkins before. Wouldn't be my ship of choice, but alright, well, there's the Emile Bertin. I only have half my guns ready for him. He has
Turning to ship.
6K torpedoes.
Fire.
I'd like to try to stay that far away from him. I'm waiting for him to turn a little bit to get the torpedoes on me, but he's not. He's just staying nose on to me. Yeah, I got a good hit, but it's not going to be enough. And now I am inside his torp range. He just swerved to give me those torps too. Well, I was hoping to stay with the island between me and Baby, but didn't stay that way. Oh, he's sending torps again.
Torpedoes astern.
Okay. That's that went away after me. Playing a little game here where I would like to stay angled to the battleship. Oh no, that took a big chunk out of me. Yeah, they got me. Drat. Okay, well, I did end up with 156,000 in damage. 2 dev strikes, Confederate for damaging 6 or more of the enemy ships, amounting to 20% of the base HP on each of the ships, and 2 close quarters experts, along with a high caliber for damaging 4 or more enemy ships. That is damage that amounted to at least 30% of the total HP of all the ships on the enemy team. But all of it was not enough. Okay, I killed 3, set 5 fires, got 4 citadels, 10 defended ribbons, even got a capture, 46 secondary hits. Did everything I could, I think. And, of course, as you'd expect, ended up on top of the leaderboard. AFKDD definitely hurt us. Definitely hurt. Although, who knows? He's only a tier 5. Maybe he's not a very good player. Maybe he wouldn't have helped. Alright, well, I took well over 1 million in potential damage, so a lot of stuff being thrown at me. And brought in 300,000 in credits, 995 in free XP, 20,000 in ship XP. I need 80,000, so this was a good chunk of it, even in a loss, when you run those blue bonus flags. And 243 in Elite Commander XP, 4,855 for Commander XP for the captain already aboard this ship. Okay, so the Queen Elizabeth. That is some pretty camo that I found for her. This is some of the Azure Lane camo. There's also an Azure Lane captain available, one of the Weeb captains, but she is quite a screecher. And even though she's a 10-point captain, I just can't stand listening to her, so I won't use her. I actually put her on another ship that I don't use very much, and I just didn't want to do another one for this, even though she's made for the Queen Elizabeth. Well, anyway, Queen Elizabeth with her 2 turrets, 2 guns each up forward, and 2 guns back aft. Well, I'm turned around. That's aft. This is forward, so 2 turrets forward with 2 barrels each, 2 turrets back aft with 2 barrels each, and pretty darn good guns on her. So, John Clayton, I stole him from, I believe he was, I think he was the captain that came to me with London, but London has other captains that he's using, so I took John Clayton and I put some of my Elite Commander XP to work and brought him up to a 14-point captain. He already had the skill setup that we see here, where he had Demolition Expert and Grease the Gears, Adrenaline Rush, and then he had Concealment Expert. So for whatever ship I was using him on, that's what I decided I was going to set up. So it was one of my, must have been Duke of York. I probably used him on the Duke of York. And anyway, I wanted Emergency Repair Expert also. So I spent some Elite Commander XP and buffed that up a little bit. The one thing I don't have is gun feeders, so I kind of had to wait and switch shell types after firing instead of being able to do it on the go. Anyway, you will see that I actually have already completed 97,000. Now, that battle that we just watched was the first battle in her. I had to do 7 battles to get this far using those blue economic bonuses. And, they weren't great. We lost 4, won 3. And the ones that we won, I actually wasn't a major player in those. When you're in the Queen Elizabeth and you're up tiered so that you're fighting against tier 7 and tier 8s, they just outrange you, and she's pretty limited. Her artillery, without the spotter plane up, only fire out to maximum range is 17K, 17.1, and you're dealing with a lot of the tier 7s that can shoot out to 19, almost 20K, and then the tier 8s are shooting over 20K, and I just couldn't get close enough. I was just always chasing them. However, I set her up with main armaments mod 1 to keep my guns in the fight, and damage control systems mod 1 to help keep from getting fires lit on me, aiming systems mod 1 so that my shells would hit what I was aiming at, and then finally I chose steering gears mod 1. A lot of battleship players do the damage control systems mod 2, and that cuts your fire time down and your flooding time. Everything happens quicker, but to be honest, I like to be maneuverable, and that helps me avoid a lot of torpedoes and things like that. So I keep those going. And then I added the normal suite of flags that I like to use on my battleships. I use the Charlie Kilo. I don't always use that one on a battleship, although that extra HP helps even for battleships. India Yankee to stop the fires more quickly. Juliet Yankee Bissau 2 to stop the flooding more quickly. Hotel Yankee in case I get to ram. I haven't yet in quite a while. India X-Ray to help light the fires. Running low on them. Going to have to buy some more here pretty soon. Mike Yankee Soxy 6 to give my secondaries a little bit more punch. November Echo 77s to give my AA a little more punch. And then India Deltas to give my health a little buff. So now we are ready to move up to KGV, King George V. So let's bring him into port. All right. He is a very good, well, she is a very good ship. The name of a male, but still a female ship. Now, choosing the captain here for the KGV at tier 7. Yeah, I definitely don't want that weeb captain. She drives me bonkers. I could steal Kelly or Courage. Well, let me go with this one. And he's starting out fresh, so I'll just use my basic 10 points. And we'll do like we've done before. We'll have to add one. And I am short one. All right, we'll take this one. Master those. Add one more. And now we can take this one. Okay. I feel reasonably comfortable with that setup going into Tier 7 battles. Okay, now let's set up her equipment. Main armaments mod 1. Damage control systems mod 1. Aiming systems mod 1. And steering gears. Get the hull beam. Buff up the fire control system so my guns have better range. Gets me out to 18.2. So still not great. And then propulsion to hopefully get my speed up a little bit more than what I was getting out of the Queen Elizabeth. So that gets me 28 knots now. All right. That's not unreasonable. And then mount the flags that I like to have. And there we go. We are ready for battle. Wait a second. Okay, let's dress them up a little bit. 5 years on Steam. King George V. Whoa. Okay. That's interesting looking. Well, no problem. It's free. Doesn't cost me any of my other camo. So we'll do that and mount the pirate flag and mount my military veterans flag. There we go. Now I am ready for battle. So I will see you probably sometime tomorrow. I was able to finish Queen Elizabeth's part in this in 1 day, so just 7 battles. That was pretty quick. So we'll see how quickly this one goes. They are starting to take a little longer. Tier 7s are going to see Tier 8 and Tier 9 battles, but sometimes I'll get to fight against the Tier 5s and Tier 6s. So it all balances out, but for some reason I just had some bad luck today. I was playing too early in the day, I guess. All right, well, that'll do for now. Oh, by the way, you can see that we're still in London. Since we're working on the British battleships, that just seems fitting. Okay, so I will wish you a good evening, and I hope to see you in battle.